Greetings to you all. Hope you're doing well. This is mathematics. In this video, we are going to consider 2021 GCE Paper 1 Mathematics. Interesting, right? I'm not only going to solve questions here on the board, but I'm going to show you how it is done in exam. Interesting. The first question, question 1, simplify 2ab minus ab squared minus 7ab plus a squared b plus 5ab squared 2 marks. That was the first question. First thing, copy the correct thing. I've always been seeing those mistakes. You have even seen the way the question is written here. You go and copy something else. Something else. Where there's a minus here, you try to put your own sign. Try to put a plus there. That should not be repeated if you've done that before. You don't have to do that. Copy the correct thing. First thing. When you copy the question, verify that you've got the correct number of terms. And you have to do that fast because you are working with time. Now, before I can solve this question, let me remind you of this. Mathematics, we have two papers. We have paper 1 here of this type. We also have paper 2. But my main interest here is paper 1. Paper 1 has got 23 questions as it stands now. ECZ, the Examinations Council of Zambia, will give you 23 questions where you're supposed to show your work. The 23 questions will carry 80 marks in total. Okay? Now, paper 1, you will not be allowed to use the calculator. Number 1. Point number 1. Point number 2. In paper 1, there's always that statement in board form where they say omission of essential working will result in loss of marks. That is very, very cardinal, very important. It will be always in board so that everyone is able to see. Now, what does that mean? You've been given 2 marks here, and I'll be able to explain to you how scripts are marked in exam. I will be able to explain to you, I will tell you how the marking is conducted, basically, so that I can dismantle the 2 marks and how you'll be able to get that 2 marks. So please, as you are doing your calculations, step by step, and of course very fast and accurate, as you are doing that, the stages are being shown. So that as the marking of scripts, examination papers are done, the marker will just be able to follow you very well. Let's get back to this. You are told the key word here is to simplify. That's the stem of the question. When they say you simplify, they are asking you to reduce the number of terms. Make it easy, make it simple. That is to simplify. Different from solving, different from evaluating or other terms. So understand the stem of the question given. I've been told to simplify this. I will always be able to remember first the topic from which the question is coming from. When I remember the topic, then I will obviously be able to remember what I learned before exam. What topic is this? Oh, this is Algebra, grade 10. Is it? Of course, there are a lot of other things that you need to know under Algebra. You need to know how to factorize. You also need to know how to express single fraction into expressing a certain fraction into 1 and many other things. All right? Now here, we are just taught to simplify this expression. Let's start. 2ab minus ab squared minus 7ab plus a squared b plus 5ab squared. This expression is about collection of like terms. When you collect like terms, those that can be added, add them. Those that can be subtracted, subtract them. Those that can't be added or subtracted, leave them. That is your final stage. That is your final stage. As simple as that. So now, let's look at the terms here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms in here. Now, of the 5 terms here, we have to start looking at the ones that are like. 2ab. Look for another pair that has got ab only. Look for another pair here. Where is that pair? Is it this one? No, because this one has got b squared. So this is not the same as this. Is it this one? AB, AB. They are the same. Group them. So you are going to say 2, AB, another pair is here. Get everything, inclusive of the negative that you are seeing here. And no change of sign. This is not an equation. Don't put this as you are solving. It's not an equation. You are just simplifying this algebraic expression. So here now, what you're going to do is, you get this, you also get the other pair here. Minus 7ab. Do we have another pair? If there is another, you get. But looking at this question here, this is the way it is. You move on. We have the next term here, ab squared. Alright, negative, the way it is, negative ab squared. Please don't change the signs. I know you have that mentality when we say, since it was here, it has come to this, see, you change. No, you only change the sign when you are dealing with equations. Please. From there, we have this term here, which is here. Let's look for the pair. We have the pair that has got ab squared. It's not this one. The pair is here. So get this, write it there. 5ab squared. So I have written this and this. What has remained? There is this one here. Plus a squared b. You can now confirm at this point here. If you have written all the terms, they're supposed to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have written all the terms. In case you've forgotten one. Then, since you have paired them, work out. This is the pair to this. Find the answer. 2ab minus 7ab. You have done integers. By now, I think you shouldn't be struggling with the signs. Negative times negative, what do you have? Positive times negative, those things, that's what I'm talking about. If you are still finding challenges, please watch more videos that I have published on this. Let's continue. 2ab minus 7ab. Just subtract numbers. 2 minus 7. What we get, this will give us negative 5. I hope we all agree. So you write negative 5 there. So for these two terms here, we're going to have negative 5. Negative 5. The letters or the variables that we have here is AB. So write AB. You move on. We have another pair here. What will be the answer? Negative AB squared plus 5AB squared. You just concentrate on the numbers. Okay? On the numbers. What number is here? If there's no number here, just know that there's a 1. So here I've got negative 1. Negative 1 here plus 5. Plus 5. What am I going to get? 4. This will give me positive 4. Take the sign from the bigger number. They are different here. Subtract 5, take away 1, which is 4. The sign, get it from 5 here, because 5 is bigger than 4. 5 is bigger than 1. So it will be positive 4 here. So you write positive 4 or plus 4 here. The variables are ab squared. ab squared. ab squared, ab squared. Just get 1. Okay? Then the last part there, which is plus a squared b. At that stage, this is where now we find students going even extra mile until you find 0. It's not done in that manner. It's not done in that way. Look at the variables that we have. Here we have ab. Here we have ab squared. Here we have a squared b. Are they the same? Ask yourself that question. Is AB the same as a squared b? No. AB is not the same as AB squared. Here there's a square on B. Here, no. Look at this and this. Here, I don't have a square on A. Here I have. Therefore, they are not like terms. In short, the 3 terms that we have here are not like. If they are not like, then you have simplified. End it there. And then there will be where they write, because you'll be given enough space to do your calculation, then at the end there they'll say answer. So you write this answer there after you have shown your work. After you have shown your work, you write. Now, another thing that you need to know here is that this is not the only way you can write this answer. There's no problem even if you start with this. Someone will be able to write 4, because it is positive here. I can say 4 ab squared, then I can write this one minus 5ab, then this one plus a squared b. Even if you write it like this, same answer, same number of marks. This is the same as this. You've not changed anything, but you just decided to start with the one that has got a positive, then this. So this and this. Now the distribution of that 2 marks is done in this way. We have what we call method mark and the answer mark. That is where now the marker are very much interested. The 2 marks you are seeing there will be divided into that 2 categories. We have the method mark where we say MM. So at this stage here, I'll be able to give you a mark. So MM1, method mark, meaning the method is very, very clear and correct. And I'll also be able to give you a mark here, answer mark 1. You get your 2. In a case whereby you have made a mistake, get me very well. In a case whereby you have made a mistake on your answer, but the method is correct, you earn a mark. That's the beauty of showing your work. But if you go direct to the answer, we can even suspect you using or cheating, examination malpractice. And those are some of the things you hear that, oh, this person has failed, a 9 or 7. Some of you want to go direct to the answer without showing how you got that answer. Show the work. When you show your work, once you've made a mistake somewhere, you'll still be able to get some marks just on your method. That's the way marking is. Math is very, very interesting and simple, provided you follow instructions given by the examinations council Zambia. Then you're done. So in this case here, that is the way you need to solve the question. As simple as drinking water. Let's now move on to the next question. Question number 2. The question reads, evaluate 9 raised to the power 1 over 2 plus 1, 2 marks. Here, you are not simplifying. You are finding the exact value. Evaluate. And this is the question. First of all, copy it the way it is printed in your paper. So look at this. 9 raised to the power 1 over 2 plus 1. The other mistake is, like I said, you don't copy things the way you are seeing them. Even copying, some of you is a problem. Copying! Hey. Now look at this. It is written 9 1 over 2 plus 1. You go and copy 9 1 over 2 plus 1. Sure. Is this the same as this? This is raised to the power. This one is 9 1 over 2. This is a fraction here. Different from this. Please copy the questions the way you are seeing them. Now that we have copied the question, from which topic is the question coming from? Very important. Very important. The question is coming from a topic called index notation. Others still say indices. In addition, we call them exponentials. So now, if you look at this, 9 1 over 2 plus 1, you have to understand the meaning of the power, the meaning of the base, and the laws of indices. After understanding the laws of indices, you also need to know how to solve exponential equations, how to solve equations. Then you have covered that topic. Looking at this without a calculator, I'll say 9 1 over 2 plus 1. I'll change here. From what I've learned, we have watched videos, about 2-3 of them that I did on this topic. 9 raised to the power 1 over 2. This is a fraction here on top. And this fraction here has a meaning. I said when you have 9 1 over 2, then the numerator here stands for power. Okay? What does this mean? The base. Or the root, rather. This is the root. So we have the power and the root. So if you understand this, then we can convert it in another way. How are we going to convert it? Because we have the power and the root here, we are talking about this. That's a root. You put this number inside, put it in brackets, then power 1, put the 1 there. Root is 2, put the 2 there. But in this case, since it's just a 2, even if we don't put a 2 there, it will still be the same. Because a 2 stands for the square root. Stands for the square root there. So you can put it there or not. Then remember we have plus 1. Then here, what is inside here is now asking you ask yourself to say, square root of 9. Forget about the 1 here, because even if it is raised to power 1, it will still be the same. Unless if there was a 2, 3, 4, 5, then you consider. So in this case now we're saying square root of 9. What is the square root of 9? The answer is 3 plus 1. So even if I say 3 to the power 1, it still be 3, right? That's why I'm avoiding that. Then 3 plus 1 gives us 4. Underline it. The distribution of these 2 marks will be at this stage here. You'll be granted a mark, method mark. And this one, you see that. The preparation of exams is done by what we call Bloom's taxonomy, whereby questions are set in an ordered manner. From the simplest, then it goes until you get to the complex one, 23 or 23rd question. I see that. So it is a must. You have got no option. It's a must that you need to get the first 10 questions. Then the examiners The examiners, let me not talk more about that. So the thing here is you need to get those questions correct. Show your method. Start struggling somewhere. Question 15, question 12, 17. That's when you should have some challenges there. And remember, getting a distinction, getting a 1 is not always about finishing or getting everything. That doesn't work. I can testify. I have distinction 1 in mathematics, but I didn't finish. I didn't finish both papers, paper 1 and paper 2. There were some questions that, because of time, I knew almost everything in the exam. I knew everything, but I couldn't finish because of time. I still have a distinction 1. What is the strategy? You need to be accurate from where you are coming from. It's better you do things correct than just rushing. It's not possible that you may finish everything. It's not. But make sure that you get things correct. So this is the way you'll be able to answer and get your mark. As simple as that. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3, solve the equation. Have you seen? It is now equation because it has got equal sign. You are doing what? You are solving. You are not simplifying. You are solving. These are equations. Now equations, quadratic equations, or let me just say equations are in types. We have quadratic equations like the way you have seen here. This is a quadratic equation. Quadratic equations come in both papers. Let me also make mention. The 2 topics that I've already talked about. The first one, algebra. Algebra is in both papers, paper 1 and paper 2. So you have no option. The next one is indices. That one is a must topic as well. You have no option. There are always indices there. Then we have equations. Equations do come in paper 1 and also in paper 2. If it comes in paper 1, like this one, you can solve it by factorization because you can factor out. If you want, you can still use the quadratic formula, but it will not be able to ask you to use a calculator. Only that one that comes in paper 2, that one you have no option but to use the formula because you are required to use the calculator there. Now looking at this question here, you are told to solve this one here. 2 marks. Well, x squared minus 2x is equal to 0. Copy the question correctly. Where is the 2 marks coming? Have you seen this raised to the power 2? Sometimes it may not be given in this way. It might be given in this format. 2x minus 1, another one, 3x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now, get me very well. If a quadratic equation of this format here or this format, if it is equated to 0, there is no need for you to start expanding. Get me very well. If it is equated to 0 only, not any other number. If it is 1, 2, 3, then you have got no option but to expand. But if it is equated to 0, just get this equal to 0, this equal to 0, then solve them separate. So you say 2x minus 1 is equal to 0, or the other one here, 3x minus 4 equals to 0. Solve this one, solve this one. Those are the answers. So this one will say 2x is equal to this negative 1 here. Now the crossing, because of this, the sign change, which will be 1. Because it's negative, it will be 1. Divide by 2. Also the other one by 2. Cancel. X is equal to 1 over 2. So this one will give you 1 over 2. The other one here, it will be 3x is equal to Negative 4 here will be 4 on the other side. Divide by 3, this will give you 4 over 3. That is how to solve when you see such kind of questions. Now, let's look at this one that was given. The one that was given here is x squared. We only have 2 terms here, not 3. If we had 3 terms, we could have factorized if it is in paper 1. But in this case, we only have 2 terms, this one and this one. If you have 2 terms, factorize. Direct here. What is common? If you have got 2 terms, please get me very well. If you have 2 terms and it is equated to 0, factorize. What is common here? X. We have x there. X into x, we have 2 x's here, so we are going to remain with 1 minus this x has already been used, so we are going to remain with 2 is equal to 0. At that stage, separate the 2. X equates to 0, the one in brackets also equates to 0. So we have x is equal to 0, or this one here, x minus 2 equals to 0. Step by step, you are showing your way. This one, we have already found the answer. Then this side here, x will be equal to 2. Negative 2 crossing equal sign becomes positive. So we have this. These are the 2 answers. So here you have a 1, also here you have a 1, giving that 2. That is how simple things are done, provided you are able to analyze. You are able to analyze. Mathematics is a practical subject. It must be done on a daily basis. Solve 2 or 3 questions daily, then you are okay. You don't have to put mathematics on your timetable. Today, you solve it. After 2 days, you come and solve it. After a day or plus, that is not the way math is. Wherever you are, you just get a question, try to solve it. And let me warn you, do not look at the question, then conclude to say, this one is porridge, I can solve it. Try it. Try it. That's when you understand that you may even find difficulties in solving. Because in most cases, that is a problem you make your students. You just look at the question, this one I know. Let me pass. This one I know. Do it. By doing that, you'll be learning some mistakes and everything that you'll be done. Well, the full paper will be done in the group. I'll be able to end here. I explain all the questions in all the papers from 2016 to 2021. Everything will be explained. And obviously you have these videos in the groups. If you are not in the group, I might encourage you to do so, to join as soon as possible so that you are able to learn a lot and more. This is not the only subject that is being covered, or the subject that I teach. You can also join in English, biology, and science, together with those who are doing additional math. The online classes are well simplified, okay? They are not live, they are recorded. So even if you are offline, you are doing some work, you've not knocked off early at work, you still be able to find those lessons in the group. Assignments are given, test is also given, the materials, pamphlets are given together with exercise, just like normal physical lessons in class. Well, I can go on and on. The fees are very much affordable, very much affordable. So you can join in mathematics. Each subject has got its own group. Bear that in mind. It's not everything in one. We also have discussion groups where you can send your question, we discuss, your friends will be able to help you, okay? And then I'll be able to verify if the question or if the answer is correct. Mathematics has got its own group, science, biology, English, additional math. just like that, bringing education closer to where you are. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be able to end here and the video will continue in the group. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to join the group. Thank you.